Okay, thank you all for your time and attention today. We really appreciate it. Here to discuss the details of the 5th Annual Goodyear Gives Back program. We have Greg Stucker, Director of Race Tire Sales for Goodyear. We've got Mike Helton, NASCAR President. Martin Boyer with Support Our Troops. Chris Kinzel, the NASCAR Marketing Manager for Goodyear. Austin Dillon. And now I will turn it over to Greg for details.
Thank you, Andrew. First of all, thanks to everyone for being here. I'd also like to thank our special guests, Mike and Martin and Austin, for helping us to be here to kick off our 5th annual Goodyear Gives Back program. It's a program that's become very important to us throughout the NASCAR year. It's one of the things we very much look forward to. Can't think of a better way to kick it off than here at Charlotte this weekend. With Memorial Day, when hopefully our entire nation is focused on all the men and women of our military and the sacrifices they've made along with their families, and that's really what Support Our Troops is really all about. The program has evolved quite a bit over the 5 years we've done it, but one thing has been very consistent, and that is the theme, and that is Support Our Troops. And that's the words that you see on the sidewall of every Goodyear tire used throughout the course of the weekend here at Charlotte. The program has also grown quite a bit over the 5 years that we've been doing it, and that's because of the support of a lot of people, both at Goodyear and elsewhere, and certainly no one has given us more support than NASCAR. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to the President of NASCAR, Mike Helton.
Thanks, Greg, and special thanks to the Goodyear for perpetuating this for now 5 years and coming up with the concept of it originally. It ties in very nicely with I think our whole culture that's existed since 1948, and there's multiple generations of NASCAR industry members, NASCAR fans that all are very adamant about the appreciation that we have for our armed forces and the families of those armed forces from the past and the current and even the future ones. And Greg's right. There's no better moment to be reminded of the responsibility that we have to remember our soldiers and their families than Memorial Day weekend to kick this off. So. A big thanks to Goodyear, Martin, and we commend you and your organization for delivering the message on our behalf and giving us a vehicle to participate in. And we're very proud of our reputation, and Austin's a good example of the continuation of the generations of NASCAR family members that have a passion for this topic. We move very quickly, as everyone in this room knows, and it's very human for us, I think, to stop every now and then, remember the groups and individuals, and this week's been a big one with the Hall of Fame and kicking off the 5th year of this Salute Our Troops, and all those come together to remind us that there's a lot of folks out there making sacrifices for us to be able to do what we do, and it's a big statement. It's a big, loud thank you from the entire NASCAR industry to our military members around the world and their families, and we're very proud of it. And with that, I'll give the microphone to Martin.
Thank you, sir. And it is the NASCAR community, its fans, and the customers of Goodyear Tire that have produced over the years of this program over $800,000 to date. And that is translated into over $30 million worth of goods and services pushed out the door to the troops and their families worldwide just in the last 2 years. And that is something that everybody can be infinitely proud of, because when great American companies like this and customers and fans stand up for the troops the way they stand up for all of us, it means the world to them when they hear it overseas. And with that, I will give you Chris Kinzel of Goodyear Tire.
Thanks, Martin. So this program, as Greg said, as a company, we are really, really proud of, and it has grown over the years. And something that I'm particularly proud of is how the NASCAR community has rallied around us over the last 4 years and coming into this year. This program has actually gotten to the point that we now have NASCAR teams, sponsors coming to us and saying, are you running your program again? How can we help? And it's really helped in a big way. So this year, we are continuing with our online charity auction. That's the main portion for our fundraising of this program. It's at goodyear.com/givesback. It is launched and it is live right now. We have items in the auction contributed by more than 30 teams, sponsors, partners, and it ranges anything from race-used tires signed by the drivers that rode on them, like Austin, VIP NASCAR race experience. There's just some really cool things that are going to be in the auction there, and even from our side, Goodyear blimp rides, and who wouldn't want to ride in the Goodyear blimp? So the auction is live. It'll run for 10 weeks, and we're putting new things in the auction every week. So we encourage everybody to check it out and keep coming back, and tell everybody to bid, because it really means a lot, as Martin said, to helping our troops. And with that, I'll turn it over to Austin.
Thank you, Chris. This is something really close and near to our family. For me to be helping and supporting the military, I love what I get to do each and every weekend, and it's because of our military. I feel like everybody in this room, has something to say for what they do for us and our freedom. And I know my grandfather here is the same way. He's a huge supporter of our military, and for me, it's awesome to be able to give back what little I can here, and I'm going to bid on my own tire here on Goodyear's website, and thank Goodyear, like Mike said, for all the support for our troops and our community. For me, being here on Memorial Day weekend, it's always been special. I've watched a lot of races here, and to see our troops carry the flag out onto the track and be a part of that this year is going to be very special. So just glad I could be a part of it. Everybody show support, and I'll be making my first bid on the tire, and my grandfather's here now, and I'm sure he wants to say something too.
Thank you. Too many cars. I was in the Nationwide and got wound up over there. Yeah, it's a great deal. Goodyear is a great supporter. NASCAR is a huge supporter of our troops. We couldn't be prouder to be part of this week. I've seen this for many times, and it's great to be a part of it. Austin said it well, said it the best. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for what our troops are doing and have done for us. And if you stand out there and you see these cars with support our troops on it, on the Goodyear tires, that is huge. And we all got to remember what Memorial Day is all about. So I will bid against you on the tire.
All right.
And I know Mike Hilton, I've seen him bid a lot too. So it's going to be a good bidding opportunity. Apologize again, I was in the Nationwide.
We'll let you slip.
Thank you. We'll take a quick Q&A for anyone with questions related to the Goodyear Gives Back program.
Yes, Zach Albert, NASCAR.com. For Mike or for Greg or whoever wants to chime in, when this program was announced that it was coming back in Richmond, it sounded like you got the sense that it started off just as a mere awareness campaign and a show of thanks. And to have raised over $800,000, it's clearly grown. Did you guys have a vision that it would take off and become as big a program as it has?
Well, I'll make my comments, and I think Chris said it well. As the program has evolved, and each year more and more people become involved. So I think we had visions of it getting larger, but I'm not sure if we had visions of it getting as large as it has, and with as many people coming on board. So anytime you do a program like this, you want it to grow and you want people to embrace it, and I think that's exactly what has happened, and throughout the course of the program and every year.
All right, we'll do a quick photo op. Austin, Richard, if you'd like to sign the tire.